Okay, so we're going to build a simple house. We'll build more sophisticated geometry. Then after we build the house, we're going to apply some materials, and then we're going to measure individual elements using the measurement tool, okay, the dimension tool. So let's get started. We're going to grab a rectangle. Let's delete the lady. I'm going to grab my selection tool, click on the lady, delete her. I'm going to grab my rectangle tool. I'm going to draw a rectangle that's 20 feet by 10 feet. So I'm going to click, drag out, and I'm going to type in, let's type in 10 apostrophe, comma, 20 apostrophe, enter. There we go. And then we're going to pull this up into, let's make the house 10 feet tall, 10 apostrophe, enter. Okay, there we go. So something like this. Now, we're going to use the auto fold by grabbing the pencil tool. I'm going to start at the end point, move it to the midpoint, click, and then it's going to snap all the way across. That's the midpoint on the other side. Then I'm going to select that point there, grab my move tool, hold on the Alt key, and drag that up and make my roof. Okay, there we go. And we're going to use a couple more tools. Let's do the chimney. So we're going to make a chimney. I'm going to grab the pencil tool. I'm going to come along that edge. I'm going to click and go straight up into space. Click and go over. And so I can see that it's mapped along the red axis. Click and go straight down and click. And you'll see that I've got that on that axis. I'm going to grab the push-pull tool. I'm going to push that back like so, and then push that over like so. So that's going to position my chimney. And then I'll heal the surface by using the eraser tool. Okay, so let's build a porch and some steps, and we'll build a couple of windows, and we'll colorize the thing. So let's grab the pencil tool, and I'm gonna click and come up, and I'm not measuring this. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it over and click and go down like so. And I'm gonna do the same thing again. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my push-pull tool, and I'll click there and pull that out a certain length, and I'll click on this and pull that out a certain length. And now I'm going to draw a door. Click, come up and draw a doorway, like so. Okay, let's offset that. I'm going to grab my selection tool. Let's select that frame. Actually, I can select this like this and offset with that. Click there, click offset. Okay. So it's a little hinky on the sides there. Let's delete that line right there, delete that line right there. And then we will zoom in and finish that by having it go down like so. Hit escape. Then we'll click, have that go down like that and escape. And then we'll pull that out a little bit. Okay. So there's kind of a door. And then we can heal that surface, right? We can just come in and erase those little junctures there. We don't need them. Then we can swing around, zoom back out, and hold shift while using the scroll button. All right, so let's put two windows on the right-hand side. So I'm going to grab my rectangle tool, and I'm going to click and draw a window, something like that. And let's use the offset tool to click on that surface. Oops, let's use the offset tool. Let's click on that and just kind of come out like that. And we'll offset it again, like that. And then we're going to pull some of these surfaces out. We'll pull this one out a little bit, pull this one out a little bit. And there we go. So we've built a little house here. Okay. So now let's paint the surfaces. So I'm gonna come over, and I've got my materials. Go to Window, find Materials, open up the Windows palette, and let's make the chimney brick. So I'm gonna grab a brick base, click on that chimney, and it only covers one side, but if I hold down the Control key, well, that's gonna cover everything. Let's just do one side at a time. The Control key will paint everything. I'll just rotate and click, rotate and click. Okay, so there's our chimney. And then let's find a color. Roofing. Let's find a roofing. How about this metal seam red for the roof? Looks good. And then let's use a wood for the exterior. Wood for dark. There we go. And let's use a different color for the door. And we can use something different for the all right. Hold on, Control key to paint everything in there. And then we'll replace that interior with something translucent for the window. And if you notice, if you look inside, you can actually see inside the house. The translucent materials actually have a translucency. Let's draw a doorknob. Let's pull that out. Okay. All right, so there's our house. Okay, so that's a simple house. We'll build more sophisticated structures, and then what we did was we went through and assigned some textures to the surfaces. And of course, we're going to be learning more as we go. Let's do something else. So in addition to that, what I can do is I can come here. We're going to look at the tape measure for measuring as you draw. And then there's also a dimension tool that can help when you're doing like certain types of things. You need to find the dimensions of something. So I'll just come here, grab that dimension tool and click endpoint there, and then click endpoint there, and then drag that out. And you'll see that's 20 feet. Let's say I want to say what the height is. I'll click there and then come down and click and then drag that out. And that's 10 feet. All right. Let's say I want to measure the distance between here and here. I click there and then click there and drag that out. And that's 4 feet 5 and 1/16 of an inch. So I can measure things, or I can display their coordinates in space. And so that's very helpful when I am building. Okay, so that's another really cool tool for you. And the whole point is that we're going through and we're learning how to use all the tools as we go along. Should have painted those other surfaces. And then we'll save this as simple house painted with dimensions, with dimensions. Okay, good job.